Even though our news feeds are always filled with reports of yet another Tesla crisis, the company still manages to increase sales, grow, innovate, and deliver on its promises. In 2019, they added the long-awaited crossover to their lineup, named Model Y, which is expected to further prolong the domination of this manufacturer in the EV segment. However, unlike in the past when any Tesla novelty remained practically unopposed, the market of electric crossovers is actually getting pretty crowded with the rising competition from all major automakers and the promising startups. In this episode, we'll review the Model Y and we'll compare it with the rest of the all-new EV crossover offerings to determine which one is the best. You're watching Automotive Territory. Subscribe to our channel to stay informed about the latest electric car news and enjoy the ride. Tesla Model Y. The Model 3 is already an amazing car, but is still a sedan, which is not a good thing in the era of crossovers. That is why it lends its platform to the all-new SUV Tesla Model Y. To tell you the truth, the newcomer looks almost identical to its sedan counterpart, besides the fact that it has higher stance and roomier interior. At the point of the unveiling, Tesla has disclosed its plans to offer the new model in 4 trims. The higher-end long-range dual-motor all-wheel drive and performance, with 300 and 280 miles of range respectively, will be arriving by the end of the next year, while the more affordable standard 230 miles range shouldn't be expected earlier than the spring of 2021. This electric crossover will get an optional 7-seater configuration, but will drive like a sports car, getting to 60 mph in 5.9 to 3.5 seconds. Unfortunately, the Model Y does not seem as groundbreaking as previous Tesla innovations, but its promised full self-driving capability and expected outstanding safety ratings will let the company stay ahead of the competition a little bit longer. Polestar 2. This is the second automobile from Volvo's independent brand, which branched out in 2017 as a manufacturer of performance electric vehicles. Even though the officials have labeled this car as a fastback, we would like to refer it to the subcompact crossover segment, since it rides confidently higher above the road. The newcomer will be juiced by the 78 kWh battery, good for 310 miles, and should be compatible with 150 kW fast chargers, though the recharge times have not been disclosed yet. With dual motor configuration, all-wheel drive capability, and 408 horsepower on tap, the Polestar 2 will get to 60 under 5 seconds. This car will be controlled via an 11-inch infotainment powered by pure Android operating system from Google, enabling the use of all the services like Voice Assistant, Play Store, and Maps. Unfortunately, the Swedish EV will not be affordable, priced from 60,000 euros, but the automaker is testing out the subscription type of ownership at a fixed monthly rate, and the cheaper modification is expected to be released in 2020. Audi Q4 e-tron. About a year ago, Audi pulled the veil from their first ever all-electric crossover, and now the e-tron is fully ready for the market. We can only hope that the same experience will be at play with the brand's newest design, the compact Q4 e-tron crossover that was unveiled at the 2019 Geneva Motor Show. Audi claims that the car will hit the road in the late 2020 and will get 2 electric motors, realizing its signature quattro all-wheel drive system and delivering 306 horses. These motors will be linked to a massive 82 kWh battery, allowing for 280 miles of driving on a full charge. The compact crossover should also be able to reach 62 miles per hour from 0 in 6.3 seconds. On the inside, the Q4 e-tron features plenty of space due to its extended wheelbase. It also gets a virtual cockpit with an augmented reality head-up display and a 12.3-inch infotainment screen. Skoda Vision IV. This all-electric crossover is the first Skoda's car built on the Volkswagen's modular MEB platform, serving as a preview of the company's electric future. The Vision IV has 2 electric motors, delivering 302 horsepower to all 4 wheels and allowing speeding from a standstill to 62 mph in under 6 seconds. Equipped with an 83 kWh battery, it has the expected range of 311 miles per charge, with a possibility of fast charge from 0 to 80% in 30 minutes. The EV has no door handles and no wing mirrors, featuring touch opening and 180-degree cameras on the sides instead. The MEB platform makes the Vision IV really spacious on the inside, with its interior finished using environmentally friendly materials like artificial suede. The dashboard houses a huge infotainment system display and a digital instrument cluster, and there is also enough space for wireless charging of 2 phones. Xiaopeng G3. The first electric vehicle from a Chinese startup Xiaopeng was announced a couple of years ago and was instantly dubbed a Tesla clone, as it was heavily inspired by the brand's designs and technology. In 2019, the Xiaopeng G3 has been finally revealed in its production version. The crossover shares some similarities with the Model X and Model S, but becomes significantly less powerful. It uses a 197 horsepower permanent magnet synchronous motor and a 47 kWh battery. Depending on the modification, the model has from 155 to 161 miles of range on a charge. The G3 is mainly oriented on the Chinese market, where it qualifies for government subsidies that reduce its price from $33,000 to $20,000, and unfortunately, it is still unclear whether it will become available on the European and the US market. Kia Niro EV. Just like every other big-name automaker in the world, Kia has its own electrification strategy planned for the nearest future. By 2025, 16 new models with some sort of electric powertrain will be introduced to the market, and in 2019, it is the Niro EV's turn. Being a corporate sibling of the Hyundai Kona, the electric crossover is powered by the same 201 horsepower motor and a 64 kWh high-capacity battery combination. In the US, this will be the only available version of the Niro, and it is expected to squeeze out up to 240 miles of driving range. Other markets, however, are getting a base modification with a less powerful 136 horsepower motor and 152 miles of range. The newcomer has a rich set of safety features, including collision warning, avoidance assist, as well as a lane following assist. Notably, the 2019 Niro EV will be sold in 12 US states only, and for now, Kia does not plan to expand beyond these markets. If you want to support the electric cars revolution, make sure to watch this video till the very end, put a like and share with your friends. Moreover, you can check out other episodes regarding the topic of EVs by following the links in the description. Let's proceed. Nio ES6. Unlike many other electric crossovers which are still in the finishing stages of their development, the midsize ES6 by the Chinese startup Nio will launch in the summer 2019, and it is already available for pre-order. This automobile will join the full-size ES8 SUV in the company's electric car lineup and will be sold in 3 modifications: Standard, Performance, and the most luxurious Premier, which will be limited to 6,000 units. Though smaller and less expensive than the ES8, the new Nio actually packs lots of modern tech. It gets Nio Pilot hardware with 23 sensors and semi-autonomous IQ4 chip, a more potent dual-motor powertrain netting 435 or 544 horses, and a higher capacity battery. Depending on the modification, the new Nio is expected to need 4.7 seconds to accelerate to 62 miles per hour, and it will have the maximum range of 255 or 317 miles. DS3 Crossback E10s. Already available in the internal combustion modification, the new DS3 Crossback was announced to get a fully electric version by the end of 2019. The compact crossover is powered by a 50 kWh battery that feeds one 100 kW electric motor and can deliver up to 220 miles of range in the European spec WLTP cycle. Despite having quite modest performance characteristics, the crossover boasts of a host of small convenience details that create unique user experience. These include drive and park assist, regenerative braking, a new head-up display, a 10.3-inch HD touchscreen, and retractable door handles with proximity keyless entry. As a standard, the car comes with an 11 kW charger with a full charge time of 5 hours, but also gets a fast charge option that replenishes 80% of the battery charge in 30 minutes. Kia Soul EV. In the 2020 model year, the new generation Soul EV continues with its unmistakable styling and shape, but gets several big visual updates. The subcompact crossover's most noticeable changes include a redesigned rear fascia, a new grille-less front, LED headlights, exclusive 17-inch alloy wheels, and a front charging port on the driver's side. However, the best novelties of the new Soul are hidden on the inside. The model comes with a new electric motor that nets 201 horses and 291 pound-feet of torque, packing almost twice more power than the outgoing 109 HP Soul. It also gains a standard DC fast charger and a high-tech 64 kWh lithium-ion battery, which is expected to offer at least 200 miles of range. To add to the appeal, the CV is equipped with Kia DriveWise driver assist tech and the new VVO telematics. Hyundai Kona Electric. This Korean EV, currently dubbed as the cheapest electric crossover in the international markets, has the true potential to drive thousands of new buyers to switch to zero-emission personal transport. While in Europe the new Kona is going to be available in two powertrain options, the States will get only the long-range model. It will be equipped with a 201 horsepower motor and a 64 kWh battery, sufficient for 258 miles of range. It will be available in 3 trim levels, with the cheapest SEL starting from $36,450 and the top Ultimate going over the $41,000 mark. Unlike other brands, however, Hyundai cars still haven't exceeded tax incentives, so you can expect to get that $7,500 bonus plus your local incentives. Unfortunately, the electric Kona will not be available in all 50 US states, as it is scheduled to launch in California first and will come only to the CARB CEV states later in 2019. BMW iNEXT. This is the newest all-electric SUV by BMW that is expected to enter the market in 2021 as the company's technological flagship vehicle. The car will come featuring many sensors to allow for the third level of driving autonomy. As a result, it will have 2 driving modes: the boost for optimal performance under the driver's control and the autopiloted ease that transforms the cabin into the ultimate favorite space for relaxation and entertainment. The crossover is also rumored to get a maximum capacity battery of 120 kWh, offering up to 400 miles of driving range on a charge. Just recently, the pre-production iNEXT has been spotted in the camo, revealing the overall design introduced by the 2018 concept of the same name, fitted with a slightly smaller grille and an additional air intake. So what do you think about the upcoming Model Y and the competition it is going to face? Which is the best electric crossover that has already been unveiled to the world? Share your opinion in the comment section and make sure to put a like under this video. Check out the suggested episodes by following the links on the screen, and may the torque be with you!